Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We're here at Nomad Audio Vlogs, and today this video is about running a commercial recording studio and what was my experience running this business. And I got to tell you, it was quite a learning experience, I have to say. It gave me an education that not even an MBA or a PhD at Harvard would do. It was raw education, straight from the streets, straight from real streets, the real University of Hard Knocks. And one thing I could tell you, and I can end the video just with this right here, it's all about making a profit. It's all about being profitable and being able to stay in this game for the long term, the long run. So in late 2024, I opened up my first commercial recording studio because I didn't want anybody recording at my house. Um, and it's a trend where everything's going the way of the home studio now. But commercial studios are still going to have their place for a ton of reasons. But this video is about my experience running a studio, and it's no different than running any other business. It's no different than running a restaurant. It's no different than running a bar, a nightclub, a flower shop, any type of a jewelry store. It's all about making a profit and being able to stay in this long term. So um, I'm gonna try to keep this video short because I can't go past 25 minutes. So if you got time, bear with me. I'm gonna make it as short as I can. So when you're first starting these businesses, brick and mortar businesses, they come with a lot of startup costs, and so you're gonna be hemorrhaging money out before you even see a dollar in revenue. That right there already puts you at a disadvantage. I learned that right away. Recording space, I had equipment, I had to buy gear, I had to pay for subscriptions, I had to pay for services, memberships, things like that, and um, the revenue hadn't yet been built. So I went like 4 months, 5 months in the red before I started seeing any revenue come in. And it all started when I went remote. Once I started working remotely, I started to see revenue, and then I was just breaking even for like the next 4 months, and then finally I was getting some profit. I was in the black finally, but then sometimes expenses would come up that would either put me back into breaking even or back into the red. And every night, because my studio was located in the heart of downtown McAllen, right there where all the nightclubs and the nightlife is at. So I was able to walk down there every day, every night, and see all these businesses. And I realized that I was sharing in their same fate. Everything that was going on politically, economically, everything that was happening locally, all those trends, I was keeping up with all those trends. I watch the economy closely because I also trade securities. So I'm keeping up with all these trends. I'm watching all this, and it's going into a direction that I realized was not going to work out for me or for any of these business owners. Unfortunately, I could not act for them, but I had to act for myself. So I switched my model. I went completely remote, and I shut down my studio about a year into this later, just recently. I just recently shut it down. And I can tell you that the second that I went fully remote, I was able to immediately go from the red to the black because I was able to recoup that cash flow that was hemorrhaging out the door, that was hemorrhaging through my expenses in renting that commercial space. So now I was able to operate at a back in a much more position where I'm not under so much pressure anymore. Um, and mind you, I know a lot of y'all probably you guys have your careers, you guys have your 9 to 5 jobs and whatnot, and you guys got your business on the side, and you guys know that when you're working for someone else or you're employed, you have your set hours, and here, um, you're working 24/7 because it's yours. You're on your own with this. So your job, your number one priority is to make a profit. That's it. That's all that matters. Is to have your expenses, your income overshadow your expenses. And if that is that, you'll be in the black. You'll be profitable, and if not, you're in the red. And so your job as a business owner is to make a profit and be in the black and try to make as much as you can. That is it. That is it right there. That is what you know. This is something that you don't have to go 4 years to get an MBA to learn. Just start your own business, and you will learn that that is all that matters is a profit and creating a profit. So everything is remote now. So Whitehall Studios, I shut it down, but my company DB1 Productions is still open. It's all through Zoom. It's all via Zoom and FaceTime. Anything that is virtual, and that's how I'm working now. If we need a commercial studio, if we need the SSL console that's behind us, the patch bay, if we need this space, we'll rent it out from other studio owners who have invested 100 times more than what we ever have. Because this right here behind me, looking at all this, you're looking easily at over 100,000, maybe $150,000 worth of equipment, maybe 200,000, depending on the brand, who you ask, and whatnot. And the studio space. There's so much more, probably more than that, but let's just round it out, right? They've already spent that money into the infrastructure, so why not us just rent it and get access to it for a fraction of the cost when we need it, and then go back to working remote when we're not, and that way you don't have to leave your comfort space or your hometown. I don't have to leave my comfort space or my hometown, and that way we're by doing this model, we're not hemorrhaging money out with commercial office space in a time where the economy and technology and everything else, geopolitical things are changing everything. So I changed my business model because I knew that the old way was going to go the way of the dinosaur. And once I did that, everything changed. And as I mentioned, I feel for those business owners that are on the brick and mortar thing. I really hope things do turn around. But I knew that for me, it wasn't going to work long term. I saw the trend; it was just not going to happen. And so I did the switch. I changed. I went fully remote, and I shut my doors, and then immediately went from the red to black. Immediately, I was able to recoup that cash flow that was hemorrhaging out, and that's the number one thing: make a profit to stay in this game long term. That's all that matters, and that has been my experience of running a recording studio. So be able to check out my channel, Nomad Audio Vlogs. Hope you guys enjoy it. Watch my other video on dealing with difficult clients and how to handle it professionally. You will go through that if you have not. If you're new to being an engineer, you will learn about this. And but check it out, watch it. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy this video. And give me a like and subscribe. Follow me on my social medias. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, reach out through Zoom or through email or phone, and we'll see how we can make it happen. And thank you for watching this video. This is Nomad Audio Vlogs, and we out.